Hare Krishna, we welcome everybody to our evening Diwali program. Apologies if you had a few minutes of delay. We were just setting everything up to make sure everything is okay. I hope you all received everything okay. So we'll start with the Gaura Arati, and then there's a program afterwards filled with children doing something, different singers contributing to the evening program, and there's a discussion also what Diwali is all about with Haridas, Praise Raghupati, and myself. So that's and then don't forget tomorrow we got the Ankur program, Govardhan Puja program. So let's crack on. Kiba Jayo Gora Chande Aroti Kashoba Asa
Hare Rama
Vishnupad Paramamsa Parivrajacharya Stotra Sastri Srimad Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Vividi Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Shri Sachidananda Nitai Chand Ki Jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Madhav Shri Radha Raman Lal Ki Jai. Shri Manima Shri Madhusudan Shri Giriraj Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Damodar Ki Jai. Shri Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Maan Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra Ki Jai. Hari Nam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. ISKCON Coventry Yatra Ki Jai. ISKCON Worldwide Yatra Ki Jai. Gaura Premanand Hari Bol. Diwali Mahotsav Ki Jai. Gaura Premanand Hari Bol. All glories to the assembly devotees. All glories to the assembly devotees. All glories to the assembly devotees. All glories to Shri Gauranga. People, the people remembering the departed souls, His Holiness Bhakti Rajendraనందన్ Swami, His Grace Pathadas, Chetan Kumar Saha, Ashwin Vai, Vadupu, my uncle, Alpa's mother, Champa Ben, Santila, Chandarana. Remembering our leaders, His Holiness Epatak Swami, His Holiness Lokanath Swami, and other ISKCON gurus and leaders who may be suffering around the world, and all those who take care of them. We also remembering Artatran Maharaj, Bhaktin Rita in Leicester, Pradeep Pankyan and his daughter Reena, Lucky Roy, Veena Pani, Snehal, Gaurav Goha, Santi Ben Solanki, Prem Manchari, Shraddha Devi, Radha Roop and baby, Srimati, Prem Madan, Gaura Hari's mother, John, Pravinda, Vishwabhai Thakur, Mohit Agarwal, and other devotees who may be suffering around the world, and also the general well-being of the world. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Jai, happy Diwali. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. The deities are looking so beautiful. And the altar with lights and everything is absolutely fantastic. So everybody welcome. We enjoyed the Aarti and tonight we got incredible program. We have bhajan kirtans and we have charcha. So Raghupati Prabhu, Guru Sevak, myself and Vidu Prabhu will talk about the importance of Diwali. And in between the bhajans, we'll have children showing their art form. For Diwali, they've done some hard work and I think they will exhibit it. So we'll call them at different times. So now, please get your divas ready. There's one for Lord Ram coming back, the other one is for Damodar, Radha Damodar. So we are going to, Guru Sevak, please, if you can, start off so we can offer the jyot. Thank you.
Namami Sharang Sachidananda Rupa Asat Kundalam Gokule Rajamana
Navamishvatram Satchit Nananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamana
Shashoda Viyaloko Tavamano Param Nishtamatanta Todruta Gopa
Yashoda Viyo Lokaladavamanam Paramristam Madhyanta Todrutya Gopya
Rudantamo Netra Jugman Mrijanda Karamboja Jugmeno Satanko Netra
Rudantamo Netra Jugman Mrijantam Karamboja Yugmena Satam
Ushasakam Badi Kanda Kanda Sita Griva Damoda Rambhakti Vada
Mushvaskam Patri Rekanka Kanta Stita Grivam Damodaram Bhakti Vadam
Iti Driksha Lila Virananda Kunde Swago Sagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam
Iti Triksvalila Virananda Kunde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam
Tadiyashitageshu Bhaktajitadva Puna Premadastam Satavriti Vande
Tadiyashitageshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna Prematastam Shatavriti Vande
Param Deva Moksham Na Mokshavadim Va Nachanyam Brene Amba Ishadopiha
Varam Deva Moksham Nam Moksham Vadim Va Nachanyam Vrineham Varishadapiha
Idam Deva Vunato Upalabala Sadamimana Shavi Asam Kimanye
Idam Deva Purnata Gopalabalam Sadamimanasya Virastam Kimanye
Idam Demukam Moram Atanta Nilai Pritam Kundale Stigda Rakteshcha Gopa
Idam te mukham bojam atyanta nile Vritam kuntale snita rakteshcha gopya
Pusham Vidam Mimma Raktadaram Me Manasya Virastam Alam Lakshalava
Muhuchumbitam bimba raktadaram me Manasa virastamalam lakshalave
Namo Devo Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhuruko Jalabhimana
Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabhu Dukha Jalabhimatam
Kripa Drishti Vishtati Dinang Bodhano Vihani Shamamakya Edakshidesha
Kripa Drishti Vishyati Dinam Bhatanu Vihane Shamamakyam Vidyakshitesha
Kuveratmajovada Urdeva Yadva Tvayamochito Bhakti Vajukito Cha
Kuveratmajo Bhadra Deva Yadva Tvayamochito Bhakti Vajukito Cha
Tata Prema Bhakti Sa Ame Prayacha Namokshe Graho Misti Damodareha
Tatha prema bhaktim svakame prayacha Namokshe graho me sthitam damodareha
Namaste Namaste Sudamne Suradipidamne Tvadiyodarayato Vishwasadamne
Namaste Sudamne Sudadipidamne Tvadiyodarayato Vishwasadamne
Namo Radhikoye Tvo Piya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya
Namo Radhikaye Tvaya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhyam
Namo Radhikaye Tvo Piya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya
Namo
Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Tubhya
Namo
Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Nandalilaya Devaya Namo Sharang Sachi Anandarupa Satkundaram Loko Devrajamana
Namami Swaram Sachidanandarupam Lasakundalam Gokule Brajamanam
Jashodamiyaloko Abdavamano Paramishtamadhyanta Todata Gopa
Yashoda Priyo Lokaladavamanam Param Vrishamatyanta Kodutya Gopya
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Radha Damodar ki jai ho. Sabko badai ho. Happy Diwali to everyone. It's so wonderful. Thank you, Guru Sevak. That sounded so wonderful. I hope you all have had Aarti at home. We did that as well. Got together as a family and brought the old memories when my brothers were here as well, and we used to be a big family. It was a big affair. But the rasa was still the same. So Diwali is such an important time for the families to come together and enjoy. And it's a bit like Christmas, you know, the families come together, have their dinners together and all these things. And we in Coventry used to do the Aarti at home and then rush over to the temple, have a great time. And the children used to get ready to have the fireworks ready in the park, and they would miss out most of the program, and they would do this 15 minutes display, and but still we had a great time though. And I remember one time so many students from Warwick University turned up, and we were busy actually with them, and they were good times. And now we have Vidur and Pranava and Pujari at the temple, so I hope they're making a lot of noise there. Yeah. Okay, so the first person to invite to glorify the Lordship could be Lord Ram, it could be Lord Krishna, Damodar. You know, Diwali has many other meanings as well. So it's Shraddha Devi. So if Shraddha Devi is there, please, if you can tune in. There you are, Shraddha Devi. Happy
Hare Krishna.
Diwali.
Happy Diwali Prabhuji to everyone.
How are you?
I'm okay, Prabhuji.
That's
Prabhuji.
very good.
Yeah.
Let's see what we you got to give us. Is it about Lord Ram or Lord Krishna or Diwali in general?
It is about Lord Ram. This is about between Kevat and Lord Ram.
Oh, beautiful.
And Lord Ram.
beautiful.
So I try to do my best. Just please just bless me.
Just glorify the Lord.
Glorify the Lord. Yeah. I'm just begging for your blessings. All devotion.
Jai
Hare.
Ho, Radhe Radhe. Jai.
मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। मेरी नैया में चारों धाम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। मेरी नैया में चारों धाम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। कौन की नैया कौन की गंगा, कौन की नैया कौन की गंगा, कौन के लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। बोलो कौन के लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। केवट की नैया भगीरथ की गंगा, केवट की नैया भगीरथ की गंगा। राजा दशरथ के लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। राजा दशरथ के लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो। कौन लाए नैया कौन लाए गंगा, कौन लाए नैया कौन लाए गंगा, कौन लाए लक्ष्मण राम, गंगा मैया बड़े भाव से ये दिन आया, बहुत दिनों से ये दिन आया, चरण धोए चरणामत पाया, चरण धोए चरणामत पाया, मेरे बिगड़े सारे काम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरे बिगड़े बने सारे काम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, इनके सहारे छोड़ दे नैया, हरि के सहारे छोड़ दे नैया, बन जाएंगे खुद ही केवैया, बन जाएंगे खुद ही केवैया, ये तो कर देंगे, ये तो कर देंगे भव से पार गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, तो है कर देंगे भव से पार गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में चारों धाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरे प्रभु की लीला न्यारी, मेरे प्रभु की लीला न्यारी, असुर संहारन मनोज हजारी, असुर संहारन मनोज हजारी, इनकी महिमा है अपरम पार गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में चारों धाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, राम लखन सिया पारे उतारे, राम लखन सिया पारे उतारे, सोच रहे खड़े गंगा किनारे, सोच रहे राम खड़े गंगा किनारे, उतराई उतराई मैं क्या दूं मैं दाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, उतराई मैं क्या दूं दाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में चारों धाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मैं भी केवट तुम भी केवट, मैं भी केवट तुम भी केवट, कैसे लूं तुमसे उतराई, कैसे लूं तुमसे उतराई, मेरी बुद्धि मेरी अकल करे ना काम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी अकल करे ना काम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, तुम आए हो घाट हमारे, तुम आए हो घाट हमारे, हम आए जब घाट तुम्हारे, हम आए जब घाट तुम्हारे, मोहे कर देना, मोहे कर देना भव से पार गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मोहे कर देना भव से पार गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में, मेरी नैया में, मेरी नैया में लक्ष्मण राम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में चारों धाम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, मेरी नैया में सीता राम गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, गंगा मैया धीरे बहो, बोले राम लक्ष्मण भगवान की जय, सीता
Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. That was absolutely wonderful. You know, I always enjoyed that prasang about Kevat and Lord Ram, because in our hearts, you know, Lord Ram is the Supreme Lord, and Kevat, you know, is like us, you know, very humble. But he drew up conditions. Lord Ram, he says, I won't let you on my boat, you know, you've got to wash your feet first. So that was the excuse just to get his. And then he wouldn't charge him, and he says, well, you know, I'll take you up the other side. You take me from here to Bhavsagar to the other side. So I always enjoyed that ever since I heard it. Yeah, thank you very much. That was really nice. Thank you. Well, happy Diwali and hope you recover soon.
Thank you,
Good.
brother. Really blessed. Thank you.
There we go. Right. So before we go to Mrs. Roy, I would like to, can you home in into Milton Keynes, please? Ravi Tej's household. I want to see what the children have done. I think they did some divas. So Ravi Tej Prabhu. Is Ravi Tej there? We asked different children to draw some divas and all that and then display them today. So Jai Krishna should be there. Looks like maybe they're not ready yet. Well, I'll ask, who can I ask? Is Tatiksha in the temple? Has she brought her artwork there? Yes? No, Prabhuji. Okay. Well, your father did some divas and put them on the altar. So that's good enough. So Ravi Tej, last call. Are you ready? Because you showed me something yesterday on the Zoom. All right. Well, I'll call them again. So we go over to Mrs. Roy. And Mrs. Roy, are you there? Happy Diwali. I asked Mrs. Roy, what would you like to sing for Diwali?
Happy Diwali.
Mrs. Roy said, Happy Diwali. Yeah. Mrs. Roy said, I'll sing Radha Krishna song. So, we're happy to hear you. You're such a happy soul. On somebody like something like Diwali, we need people like yourself, full of enthusiasm. So if you do the bhajan now, let's hear your bhajan.
Jaya Jaya Radhe Krishna Krishna Govinda Govinda Bolo Jaya Jaya Radhe Krishna Krishna Govinda Govinda Bolo Re Radhe Govinda 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 Bole Shoda Dakore Radhe Govinda 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 Bole Shoda Dakore Jaya Radhe Radhe Krishna Krishna Govinda Govinda Bole Dakore Radhe Govinda 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 Radhe Govinda 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 Bole Dakore Charo re mon kopoto chaturi bodane bolo Hori Hori Charo re mon Kopoto Chaturi Bodane Bolo Hori 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 Nami Poromo Dormo Jivero Mul Dormo Hori Nami Poromo Dormo Jivero Mul Dormo Odormo Kukarm Charo re Odormo Kukarmo Charo re mon Boveri Asha Ojo Paname Koro re Nesha Charo re mon Boveri Asha Ojo Paname Koro re Nesha Harinami Poromo Dharma Jivero Mul Dharma Harinami Poromo Dharma Jivero Mul Dharma O Dharma Kukarma Charo re O Dharma Kukarma Charo re Jaya Radhe Radhe Krishna Krishna Govinda Govinda ডাকো রে জয় রাধে রাধে কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ গোবিন্দ গোবিন্দ বলে ডাকো রে হরে কৃষ্ণ
जय हो अति सुंदर। सो आज दिवाली के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
और सब कुछ बनाया भगवान के भोग लगाया और बच्चा लोग हैप्पी
सभी खुश हो गए। Very good. तो कल अन्नकूट है। टुमारो इज अन्नकूट।
सुबह कितना टाइम?
सुबह भी बनाना और मुझे लगता है 12:30 बजे भोग लगेगा।
ओके
तो आप जूम पे कर लेना, तो फिर भगवान दर्शन देंगे, तो भगवान को ऑफर करना है अपना भोगा बनाया हुआ। कल अन्नकूट राज की पूजा होगी। ओके,
थैंक यू
राधे, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हैप्पी दिवाली। जय
हैप्पी
जय जय। So now we'll go over to Ravi Tej in Milton.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam.
Okay, can you zoom into Ravi Tej, please? And then after the children of Somnath will be Shani and Prem Prakash will be singing. Okay, I can't see any picture on Ravi Tej. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh, there you are. Wow, look at that. Who's that? Is that Krishna? Can you get your volume? Okay, is that Krishna? Who is it?
It's not Rama.
Oh, Lord Ram. So how can you tell? Because he's blue as well.
His bow.
All right, bow and arrow. So that's a symbol for Lord Ram. And so why are we celebrating Diwali today?
It's when Rama comes back to Lanka. It takes him 15 days
Back
to
to
come
Lanka.
back.
No, I think you got the wrong destination. Not back to Lanka. Back to where?
No, back to Ayodhya.
Yeah, all right. He leaves Lanka and comes to Ayodhya. Yeah. And which airline did he come on? Which aeroplane did he use?
He used the golden bird.
Yeah, Pushpa Viman. It's called Pushpa Viman. You know, airplane made of flowers and all that. So wonderful. That's a lovely painting. Excellent. I really like it. You also did some devos, you know, the ghee lamps. Yesterday I could see some. Oh, there's some at the wall. Yes, on the wall. Excellent. Well done. Which one did you make, Jai Krishna?
I made them. I stuck them on the wall. I glued the flames onto the boss and then stuck them onto the wall.
All right. I mean, why do we have some lights on Diwali night? Do you know the story?
Yeah. It's because why they celebrate with the lights is that Rama arrives to Ayodhya in the night. So how to welcome him is filling the pathway with the divas on the side.
Wow, there you go. You know your story very well. And even when aeroplanes land, you know, they have lights on the runway so they can see where to land. So they think that's a modern invention, but Lord Ram already got it sussed with the Ayodhya Vasis. It was dark night, so all the Ayodhya Vasis, even now in Ayodhya, they lit up incredible number of lights. They were in Guinness Book of Records for putting so many ghee lamps. So well done, you know your story. Where's my friend Gurang?
Gorang.
He's coming.
Gorang.
Oh wow, Ravi Tej, you're really dressed up well.
Hare Krishna
It's
Prabhuji.
my kurta a little cheap. Oh, there's the altar. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you. That's nice.
Here, mother decorated with the
Oh,
diyas.
super. Oh, beautiful. I mean, I really like it. All these ghee lamps and yeah, in every room you should put a tea light. Okay, where is my little friend?
Gorang. This one. She decorated one here, one set of
Okay,
here.
yeah, diva in every house. Excellent. Please make sure it's away from any paper or anything like that. You know. Yes. And Ravi Tej Prabhu, are you having any fireworks at all?
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah. It's now in line, and here.
Wow, Rangoli, excellent. Wow, really like that.
Mhm.
Superb.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Say.
Oh,
Hare Krishna.
there's Gaurang. Where is he? Oh, there's Gaurang. Happy Diwali, Gaurang. You all right? Okay, thumbs up, he says. It must be all right. You know, thumbs up is ghee lamp. It's the lamp. Like this is the pot, and this is the flame at the top. Yeah, so that's what you're showing. Happy Diwali. Okay, what did you do for Diwali? What did you draw? Oh, there's Nandana. Nandana, happy
Say Hare Bol.
Haribol, Haribol,
Hare Bol.
Haribol. You look lovely. Look at your dress. Absolutely brilliant. Excellent. Yes. Okay, yes, Haribol. Excellent. She's done her bit now. She's going out for a walk. Okay. Thank you. Did Gaurang do any artwork?
Did you do any painting today? Only sticking them.
Only sticking them. Okay, that's all right.
Sticking them or pulling them.
He's playing with his eyes now. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for sticking your tongue out. I'll sort you out later. Thank you so much, Ravi Prabhu. You look very nice. And
Thank you.
okay, tomorrow is Govardhan Puja. Don't forget to do it. If anybody wants to sponsor, you know, puja, it's at about 11:30, I think. Abhishek of Giriraj. And when you are seeing the Abhishek of Giriraj, you can wish, and spiritual wish, please. We're encouraging everybody to make it spiritual. And it is said that Giriraj actually gives you that, you know, your wish comes true. And so we'll do Abhishek and then we'll do puja. Make your own thali at home, and then we'll do the puja like that. So he's only asking 15 pounds as a dakshina to the temple and the deities, because otherwise without dakshina, the puja is not complete. You got to give something to get something like that. So I'm encouraging everybody to tune in tomorrow. Is that okay? All right. Thank you very much, Ravi Prabhu. Your children did very well. You did very well. And we will go over to Ishani. Thank you. Ishani and Prem Prakash Prabhu. Hinkley. Are you there? Okay, all the headphones are on. You're all ready to go. And did Aradhya do any ghee lamps or artwork for that? Diva? He did that.
Yeah.
A little bit of help, yeah? Okay, looks great, fantastic. And Aradhya, you can come to the left a bit. We can't see you. You're hiding a little bit.
I'll go back.
Okay, you're going to go there. All right, okay. So what are we going to hear from you today? Okay, Ramdan. So, excellent. So if you go ahead, please. Thank you. And after Ishani, we'll go over to Janaki. Janaki will be hearing you after Ishani has finished. Okay, here we go.
Are you able to? Is the voice clear, Prabhuji?
It's clear. It's good.
Okay, let's start. First of all, happy Diwali, everyone. So it's a very beautiful Ram Bhajan we are going to sing today. So please bless us. And with the permission of all the Vaishnavas, we'll start the Kirtan. Please sing along. Hari Bol. Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra Ranadira Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra Ranadira Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र रघुवीरा रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र रघुवीरा रामचंद्र रणधीरा ओ रामचंद्र रघुवीरा रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र रघुवीरा रामचंद्र रणधीरा रामचंद्र रघुवीरा रामचंद्र रणधीरा राम श्री राम राम श्री राम राम श्री राम राम श्री राम रामचंद्र रघुनाथा रामचंद्र जगन्नाथा 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 रामचंद्र जगन्नाथा रामचंद्र रघुनाथा रामचंद्र रघुनाथा रामचंद्र जगन्नाथा राम श्री राम राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री रामचंद्र मम बंधु रामचंद्र दया सिंधु रामचंद्र मम बंधु रामचंद्र दया सिंधु रामचंद्र मम बंधु रामचंद्र दया सिंधु Ram Shri Ram, Ram Shri Ram, Ram Shri Ram, Ram Shri Ram, Ram Siya Ram, Ram Siya Ram, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Raghunatha, Ramachandra Jagannatha, Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu, Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu, Ram Shri Ram, Ram Shri Ram, Ram Siya 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
That was
Hare Krishna.
wonderful. Excellent. I loved it. Very appropriate. And I love the Mahamantra at the end as well. So thank you very much. I've heard that tune before. By who else sang that? You know, the one you started off with? Do you know the artist?
Yeah, this is a Prachin bhajan, but recently it has been sung by Madhavas.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much. It was very nice. I hope you have a wonderful time tonight. And are you cooking for Lordship tomorrow?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Just remember, first will be the Abhishek, then the puja, and then the offering. So wish you all the best. And because you initiated, we are making plans to maybe start to involve you a little bit of seva at the temple. And with precautions, of course, please. You know, we got to look after that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Radha. Good art. And all the best with your exams and everything else. Yeah, Diwali means all the best. Thank you so much. Now we'll go over to Coventry, Janaki and Dhruv. Janaki and Dhruv there.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can't see at the moment yet. They'll bring you in. Ah, there you are. Okay, Dhruv, now's your chance. So what artwork you got for Diwali? Show it to everyone.
These two.
Wow, look at that. My God, that looks amazing. What about the ones on the wall behind you? Oh, look at that. So many. That looks absolutely gorgeous. So Janki, did he get any help from anybody or did he do it on his own?
The decoration Tulsi and Drew did. I did the cooking.
Oh, you did the cooking bit and they did the artwork. Excellent. Okay, so what are you going to sing for us today?
Today I can sing Geet Govind, Dash Avatar, the Geet Govind.
Oh, that's Avatar. Okay. So how long will that take roughly?
It's going to take maybe 10-12 minutes.
Okay, if you can make it towards 10, it'll be nice. I don't want to rush you though. Do enjoy it. So we're running a little late. So don't add anything to the song. Just do that one there. And I love that rendition. It's lovely. So if you go ahead, please. Thank you. Jai Ho. Haribol.
Pyo Dichale Dritvanasi Vedam Vihatavahitra Jaritra Makhedam Palaya Pyo Dichale Dritvanasi Vedam Vihatavahitra Jaritra Makhedam Keshavadita Mihina Sharira Keshavadita Mihina Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare 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 Jayo Jagadisha Hare Shitarati Vipulatare Tavadrishtati Prishte Dharani Dharana Kina Chakra Garishte Shitirati Vipulatare Tavadrishtati Prishte Dharani Dharana Kina Chakra Garishte Keshavadita Kahashaparupa Keshavadita Kahashaparupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare 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 Jaya Jagadisha Hare Vasati Dashana Sikhare Dharani Tavalagna Shashani Kalanka Kalevani Magna Vasati Dashana Sikhare Dharani Tavalagna Shashani Kalanka Kalevani Magna Keshavadita Shukara Rupa Keshavadita Shukara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare 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 Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tavakar Kamalavare Nakamadabhuta Shringam Kalita Hiranya Kashiputano Bringam Tavakar Kamalavare Nakamadabhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranya Kashiputano Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha रसिदेक्षुरणे दिक्पति कमनीयम् दशमुखमौलिबलिमरमणीयम् वितरसिदेक्षुरणे दिक्पति कमनीयम् दशमुखमौलिबलिमरमणीयम् केशवधृता राम शरीरा केशवधृता राम शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय जगदीश हरे बहसि विभूषि विषदेव वसनम जलधावम् अलहति वीति मिलित जमुनाभम् बहसि विभूषि विषदेव वसनम जलधावम् अलहति वीति मिलित जमुनाभम् केशवधृता हलधर रूपा केशवधृता हलधर रूपा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय जगदीश हरे निन्दसि यज्ञविधेरः श्रुति जातम् सदय हृदयदहृषित पशुघातम् निन्दसि यज्ञविधेरः श्रुति जातम् सदय हृदयदर्शित पशुघातम् केशवधृता बुधशरीरा केशवधृता बुधशरीरा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय जगदीश हरे मालशनिवहनिधने कलसी करबालम् धूमकेतुमिव किमपि करालम् मालशनिवहनिधने कलसी करबालम् धूमकेतुमिव किमपि करालम् केशवधृता कलकी शरीरा केशवधृता कलकी शरीरा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय जगदीश हरे श्री जयदेव कुबेरिदमुदितमुदारम् श्रीनुसुखदं शुभदं भवसारम् श्रीजयदेव कुबेरिदमुदितमुदारम् श्रीनुसुखदं शुभदं भवसारम् केशवधृता दशविधरूपा केशवधृता दशविधरूपा जय जगदीश हरे 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 जय जगदीश हरे
Jai, happy Diwali. That was absolutely brilliant. Dhruv, you did good. You sang without moving your lips. and who was playing the mridanga? That was your dad, yeah?
Yeah, Dhruv's dad.
Hey, Keshav, you played very good. It was on time. And Janki, you really improved like anything. I'm gobsmacked. Even I don't know that one, you know, and you should go to, have you been to Jagannath Puri? You want to go there? They sing this every morning, but oh, you will love it, you know. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful time. And tomorrow, please cook something for the Lordship and then tune in for the puja. There's your Keshav. Let's have your darshan.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Haribol, yeah, that was good mridanga playing. Well done, yeah. I love all the divas at the back there. Superb. Thank you, Janki. So cook for the Lordship and then do the puja and everything, and then we can complete the fast. Well, it's not fast, but we'll be so busy cooking for the Lordship, and we'll enjoy a big feast, uncooked feast. Thank you so much. Okay, now we'll go over to Redditch, to Priyanka's household. It's bedtime for the children, but I had requested them to, make something, some artifacts. So there's Priyanka there.
So it's not brilliant, but they tried. Radhika is here. She wanted to show.
Oh, there you go. It's absolutely brilliant. Well done, Radhika. That's super.
She's got one more. Radhika, show this to Prabhuji.
Yeah. What else you made? Oh, there's another one. That's very beautiful.
I mean, they both of them tried. Parth and Radhika. They just put some, glued some post-it notes on the
Yes,
diva. I
yes,
cut the diva, but they pasted some stuff.
No. It's excellent. I mean, this is the beginning, and I want them to remember their Diwali, that they came on YouTube and showed their artwork. Very nice. Happy Diwali, Radhika. Happy Diwali. Bolo Haribol.
She can't say much.
Say Haribol.
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 She's shy. She does
go
that.
and eat the diva. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Thank you so much. Okay, have a wonderful time. And hope you cook something for Giriraj tomorrow.
Sure, we'll do.
Cheers.
Oh, she's showing it again.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful, Radhika. That was excellent. Where's your brother?
He's there. He's just behind.
Oh, yeah. There he is. I remember when I was that old. Yes. No, I can't remember.
He'll just switch on the light and off and on and off and on.
Well, it's Diwali. It's the disco lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's just switched it on.
Thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Prabhuji.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. Okay, so we come to this part which I always like, is the Charcha. So if we can invite the following persons in. Vidu Prabhu from the temple. So, and Raghupati ji, happy Diwali to you. And then
happy Diwali to you and everyone.
And I want
Diwali
Guru to come in. Guru Sevak, oh, there is.
All the devotees in Coventry. Happy Diwali to Guru.
So,
nice to see you all.
I think Vidu Prabhu will have difficulty with the sound. We were trying to fix it.
Muted. That's fine.
Is it muted? Oh, yeah, he's muted, I think. Okay. Anyway, so I'll ask you to thoda agya because then you disappear a bit. So when you were young, Raghupati Prabhuji, what sort of memories you have of like Diwalis? Because I was asking people, did you get gifts? Most of them said no. I find it very surprising. My memories of, Diwali is having gifts. A bit like Christmas time, used to get up and saying, we're going to get some gifts. What is your memories?
Yeah, I think Diwali is always associated with sweets, lights.
Yes.
And a lot of prasadam, cooking, and gifts. So when people come to your house or when you go to other people's house, it's always exchanging gifts.
Yes.
So I remember in childhood, Diwali was associated with cleaning will start like 2 weeks ago.
Cleaning, yes.
So cleaning, and then painting the house, and then the day comes. So as children, we used to look forward for burning the candles, not candles, but we burn the lamps.
Lamps, yeah.
Oil lamps or ghee lamps, so oil lamps. So that was the most interesting part. And after that, and the fireworks.
Oh, fireworks. That was a must.
Yeah. So then that was the most interesting part. Fireworks, gifts, fireworks, sweets, and meeting a lot of friends. So yeah, Diwali is associated with that.
I mean, what sort of mood did you have? Was it spiritual or is it more of family and great fun? But as youngsters, I mean, I don't know whether there was any spiritual element felt, although we knew it was to do with Lord Ram and, coming back.
Yeah. So I think when I was growing up, we still had these Ram Leelas.
Oh, okay.
So 2 weeks ago, they will start Ram Leela. Sometime that will go for a month.
Uh-huh.
So Ram Leelas will be going on every evening. And these are just players playing, enacting Ram Leela.
Anji.
But unfortunately, that has disappeared. So that was like our theater, those
Yes.
village theaters, or they were just move around and do Ram Leela. So in our village, we used to have these people doing Ram Leela, and they would combine the poetry, like from Tulsidas Ramayana,
Yes.
with the acting, and when they would show all Ramayana, and then Diwali comes, and we have Lord Ram's homecoming.
Uh-huh.
So that was like the concluding part.
Wow.
So that's the element, the spiritual element, that everyone remembered that this is connected to Lord Ram. It's also connected to Mahalakshmi.
Okay.
And it's the most beautiful, happiest festival because it's connected to the lights. So our Vedic scriptures say, Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya. Yeah. Don't remain in darkness. Come out in light.
Yeah.
So this is such a beautiful festival. Just come out in light.
Well, in our case, it's light and sounds of the fireworks. It wakes you up if you're sleeping. Like Prabhupada used to say, sit up properly. When you do the japa, you falling asleep.
Yeah, so we are not only limited to burning lamps or lights. We see that everything is emanating from Krishna.
Yes.
So
yes.
Krishna is light. Krishna is Surya Sam. Maya hai andhakar. Jahan Krishna taha nahi mayar adhikar.
Adhikar. Yeah.
So I think from traditional point of view, Diwali is connected to Mahalakshmi Puja, and spiritually speaking, Lord Ram's homecoming. But for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, for us, and for Vaishnavas, Sampradaya, we see the significance of Diwali, Deepavali, because so many pastimes happened on this day. Particularly, we worship Lord Damodar, Radha Damodar, Yashoda Damodar.
Yes.
And this pastime happened on today's day. Kunti Maharani was there, as we were discussing the other day, and she saw whole pastime herself.
Wow.
And she was completely astonished that Lord Damodar, Yashoda Damodar, he was really fearful when Mother Yashoda caught him. And he had tears in his eyes. And those tears were not pretend. They were real. So Tulsi Maharani saw that, Kunti Maharani. And she was remembering after the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Krishna is about to go back to Dwarka, then she is remembering. And she is saying that Tad Atyant Vinamana. This is completely astonishing. Kunti Maharani is saying that this is completely astonishing. What I had seen in your childhood, that Mother Yashoda caught you and you were fearful, seeing a stick in her hands, and your eyes were full of tears.
Mhm.
But this is completely astonishing. So that beautiful pastime happened on Deepavali day.
Now that you said that on Sunday, we loved it. Even Vidhu loved it. That was excellent. And one another thing, as Lord Ram was coming back, he stopped by Giriraj.
Yeah.
And then Giriraj said, I wasn't actually, included in this Leela. So that was another one. Where did you get that reference from? That was excellent.
Okay, yeah, those references come from scriptures like Garg Samhita and Brahman Purana, various Puranas. So the whole pastime is that Hanumanji and other monkeys were bringing big mountains. So the whole search was going on. And Nal and Neel, they are the architects of the demigods.
That's right.
Yeah, so they were constructing the bridge. And Hanumanji and other monkeys who had enormous powers, so they were going and simply bringing mountains. So some monkeys approached Giriraj, Govardhan in Vrindavan. And he said, hey, Giriraj, there's a nice opportunity to do service for Lord Ram. He said, what is that? He said, Lord Ram is building a bridge over Lanka. And Hanumanji and others, everybody is going around to bring these mountains. So why don't you come? He said, yes, let's go. But then the message came that actually the bridge is built.
Finished.
So the monkeys say, stop. We don't need any more mountain. So Giriraj, he was feeling very disappointed. And this is what happened when Lord Ram was returning back to Lanka today's day. So he stopped for a while with his Pushpak Viman on Giriraj.
Yes.
So then Giriraj expressed to him, my dear Lord, so many mountains got the opportunity to serve you, but I didn't. So what was my fault?
Oh.
Lord Ram says, there was no fault. I'm going to come back and at the end of Dwapar Yuga, and you will become the reservoir of all my pastimes.
Wow.
So that's
I love Giriraj. I really do. Every time I go there, it's an Adbhut mountain. I went to South Africa. There's one place where they call it Giriraj as well. It's got that square kind of stones, but they're a bit hard. Whereas Govardhan is soft. All those rocks are shaped like that. But you feel it's kind of live and it's real. The one in South Africa was darker and little bhayanak, and all those the stones were like sitting like Govardhan one is. So I really love Giriraj. I mean, it's fantastic. And it comes from the spiritual world, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. This story there in Garg Samhita, that when Srimati Radharani was cursed by Sridhama, and she cursed him to become a demon. So that time one day, Krishna was contemplating his coming to the earthly planet, and he said to Srimati Radharani that I'm going to enact my pastimes on Bhaum Vrindavan on earthly planet. So you'll be coming with me. And Radharani said, what? I can't go anywhere. And why should I go to earthly planet? There's no Giriraj, no Yamuna, no Vrindavan. So how can I go there? So then Krishna smiled and said, yes, Vrindavan will appear. So Giriraj appears. He's going to appear tomorrow. But he appears by Krishna's wish. And similarly, Yamuna Maharani and Vrindavan, entire Vrindavan appears here. So Giriraj appeared in Vrindavan just to become the reservoir of Krishna's pastimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, but before you say anything else, Vidhu Prabhu, can you say Haribol?
Haribol.
Okay, so we can hear you at least.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So if you can greet Raghupati ji with Happy Diwali. So
Raghupati Prabhu, Shubh Diwali, Shubh Diwali.
Hare Krishna, Vidya Prabhu. Happy Diwali to you.
I
So
was
nice to
listening
hear you.
to what you were just saying, and it's just relishable. I know we only heard it 2 days ago or 3 days ago, but hearing it again was just relishable.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity. It was so nice just remembering various pastimes, Damodar pastimes and
Thank you.
pastimes.
I have another question for you. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
It's said in the north of India, they celebrate the Lord Ram came to Ayodhya. But in south of India, they celebrate because Krishna killed Narkasur. Okay, so it's clearly written there, 2 categories. I thought in the south, they appreciate Lord Ram more than Krishna. Because, they can't understand the Gopi Bhava or Gopi Leela with Krishna. Now, here's an interesting question. Who are the parents of Narkasur?
Parents of Narkasur. Very interesting question. So he has got 2 parents. His mother is Mother Earth.
Yes.
And his father is Hiranyaksha.
No, Varaha. Varaha.
Huh? Varaha.
Varahaji, not Hiranyaksha.
Varahaji. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I have, it may be in different scriptures, but Hiranyaksha is considered to be his father because when he took Mother Earth to Rasatal, that time it says that actually he forcibly raped Mother Earth. This is how Narkasur was born.
Really? Okay, so that's the version I hadn't heard. Have you heard that, Guru Sahib?
Vidya Prabhu would know. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, there's the other version where when Varahadev touched Mother Earth with Bhumimata with his 2 tusks, he impregnated. That's in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And it's saying Narkasur was, he wasn't called Narkasur, he was Narak. And he was a great devotee of the Lord. But when he came into association of King Vena, he became demoniac. That's in Chaitanya Bhagavat. I think Vidya Prabhu read it as well.
I read Chaitanya Bhagavat a long time ago, and so I can't remember the details of that pastime.
In Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is that. That's the one I read. So I'd never heard that one. Where's that one from?
Yeah, just I'll have to. I think I've read it, but I'll find out the reference for it. So that's one version, because you see the stories you find in different sources. Sometimes you find different versions, just like this Damodar Leela.
Anji.
From Srimad Bhagavatam, we know that Kuber and Nalkuvar, they were cursed by Narad Muni.
Anji.
But then you see in Garg Sanhita, Narad Muni himself is telling this story, this pastime, to King Bahulasha, and he's saying that Deval Rishi cursed Nalkuvar and Margrive. So there may be different versions, but our acharyas reconcile those kind of differences, or those kind of some kind of differences by explaining from the point of view of times and kalpa bhed.
Yeah, kalpa bhed. Yeah.
So in different kalpas, the same pastimes may happen slightly differently, with different variations. But after all, they are Krishna's pastimes, and ultimate aim is to remember Krishna's sweet pastimes. So there may be different versions. Similarly,
but the question I had was, this was just a leading into the main one, amazing one, because if we took the version where Varahaji touched Bhumi Mata from the Narkasur, that version which I had in mind, this is interesting. As Lord Ram, when Ayodhya Vasis doubted Sita Mata's chastity, he told Lakshman, take her to Valmiki ashram, or take her away. So he didn't want nothing to do with it afterwards, although he trusted her because they did the Agni Priksha and everything like that. In that Leela. Whereas in Krishna Leela, he kills Narkasur, and there's 16,100 princesses he actually abducted, kept them, and he realized that nobody's going to accept them. So what does he do? As Lord Rama, he tells Sita, there's only one wife, so you go. Here, 16,100 says, you come, I'll build a palace for each one of you. And Satyabhama said, you marry him. I mean, Satyabhama is a very powerful lady, but normally she wouldn't allow it. She encouraged it. And only today just came to me that on the same day, Lord Ram comes back and the doubt in Ayodhya starts. On the same day, Narakasura is killed, where 16,100 princesses are released, and Lord Krishna marries him. The same Lord, So it shows you that Lord Ram never doubted Sita Mata because his capacity is to actually just carry on regardless. But he knew she was chaste. But it was the Ayodhya Vasis, they regretted it, that they did this to Sita Mata like that. So what's your comment on that?
I think whatever Krishna does, he does for number of reasons.
Yes.
So the Lord fulfills many, many aims, many objectives just by doing one thing. So one pastime will fulfill various objectives. So if you look at this pastime of Krishna and Lord Ram doubting Mother Sita, and if you just go back before that Agni Pariksha.
Yes.
So at the Agni Pariksha time, when we see Lord Ram is reproaching Mother Sita, he's really speaking very harsh words.
Yes, yes.
Those words are unbearable for anybody. What to say, Mother Sita? He says that if you like, you can marry Lakshman, or
Wow.
you can marry, or you can even go elsewhere. So it's all up to you. But I have done my duty because Ravana abducted you. So as your husband, I have done my duty. Now you're free to go. These were such harsh words that devotees and Lord's associates could not bear those hearing. And Mother Sita heard them. Immediately she ordered Lakshmana to prepare this fire. So Lakshmana prepared the fire and she entered. So although apparently it looks like the Lord is testing the chastity of Mother Sita, and he is making it known to the world that you have to see it for yourself, that I won't accept Sita. I won't allow Sita to sit on my left side unless she has proven her chastity. But as you know, that there's another reason why he made this happen is to bring original Sita back.
Yes.
Because Sita that went to Ravana's house, Ravana's palace, was Chaya Sita.
Yes.
And this Chaya Sita was a Rishi
Vedavati,
Kanya.
wasn't it Vedavati?
Vedavati, yeah.
Yes.
Kanya, Vedavati. So that way Chaya Sita entered the fire, and Agni Dev had taken original Sita. The Lord Ram kept Agni Dev as the protector of Sita for the time being when he was fighting the battle. So Agni is considered the purest of all.
Pure.
Anything that enters the fire is pure, becomes purified.
Yes.
So that way, original Sita came out and Chaya Sita was burnt. Many, many purposes are solved just by one pastime. That's an amazing thing.
But it shows you how Lord Krishna is very daring, isn't it? I mean, Kunti Mata just remembers him being afraid of Yashodama. When he grows up, he really kills people left, right, and center, and cuts Shishupal, forgives so many times, then it's okay, enough is enough, chop his head off. And it's all calculated by him. He knows exactly what to do when. And many people would find all this fantastic, and most of them will surrender saying, Krishna, there's nobody like Krishna. And others would think this is like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, that kind of magic, Kalpana, as they call it, but it isn't. Vrindavan is there, Govardhan is there, Yamuna is there, You know, Hastinapur is there, Dwarka, sunken city is there, so many proofs. And similarly, the man-made bridge to Sri Lanka is there. So Guru Sevak, you're a bit of expert on Sri Lanka and the bridge and all that. You did presentation at universities.
Yeah.
So how would you convince a student that this is actually true happening of Lord Ram Leela?
Well, I did this exercise at university. This was because we'd only heard about, well, we hadn't really heard about NASA and all that kind of stuff had done it. But I was just doing my research into Mahabharata and just stumbled across this. NASA had actually taken a photograph from space, and this guy called Adam, astronaut called Adam, called it Adam's Bridge because NASA likes to name things. So the bridge was made well before Adam, but he still named it. So it turns out that at university, I basically asked the question. I said, look, who here believes that Lord Ram was there 1.75 million years ago, that he built a bridge across the ocean with an army of monkeys? And all the students started laughing. And I was like, who here believes that? And literally nobody put their hand up.
And there were some Indian students
as
well.
There were a lot of Indian students, English students in there and all of that. And nobody put their hands up. So then I put this image on the screen and there was an abstract from NASA. So I just started to read it. And the abstract said, oh, this astronaut had discovered this thing. He sent a team in from America. They dated the rock. The rock was some sort of limestone. And they said it's 1.74 million years old. And the rocks is not naturally occurring. So it couldn't be naturally occurring because there's no limestone in that area. So the rocks must have been bought from somewhere else and deposited in the ocean. And I goes, this bit of, and I didn't tell them where this bit was. And I said, do you know this massive land here? That's India. Do you know this other one here? That's Sri Lanka. I goes, so NASA just told you that your Ramayana is true because Lord Ram came 1.75 million years ago and the monkeys came and took the rocks and put them into the ocean. I goes, so who believes it now? And all the students were just sitting there like, gobsmacked. Oh my God. And I was like, it shouldn't take scientists to tell you that your own scriptures are true. You should believe it. I goes, but in this instance, science has told you that it's true. And honestly, by the end of it, the students were just blown away. And there was always you're always going to find some people. I said, so do you believe Lord Ram came then? And one student goes, well, I don't know. And I goes, well, ask me a question then. Why don't you believe it? I've shown you the evidence. The bridge is there. It's written in the descriptions here. What don't you believe? I don't know. And I'm like, you won't accept facts and science and scientists telling you, but you'll accept that you don't know and you don't believe it. And I'm like, it's your own arrogance that you don't want.
It's not cool to accept it.
Not just that, it's their own arrogance because students' mentality is, I'm the greatest and there's no one superior to me. So how could someone have come along that had done all of this stuff? So many times that I've found you can logically annihilate someone's argument. They have no comeback and they still won't accept it.
Oh, yeah.
But for the devotees, we don't need any proof that Lord Ram was here or Lord Krishna is here because we accept first and then look afterwards for evidences.
Yeah, thank you, Guru.
Actually, I just wanted to add here that our scriptures are all evidence, but the evidence we accept is Shabd Praman as opposed to Pratyaksh or Anuman, which are part of scientific research or sociological research. So that scientific research of pure science is based on Pratyaksha, direct perception. Plus, they also use a hypothesis, Anuman. So that is there, but we accept its superior Praman, which is Shabd Praman. Otherwise, why would Krishna say, Tasmat Shastram Pramanante? Karyakar Vyavasthato. Therefore, the scriptures are the evidence. We take that evidence. But now there is a lot of propaganda in modern age to destroy people's faith in the Vedic scriptures, and particularly they are targeting the young generation. So young generation are taking more and more pleasure to defy their own scriptures or ridicule them. And now their whole fashion is there, where they ridicule demigods, Krishna, Ram, and it has become part of the comedy.
Yes.
So one comedian, so-called comedian from Punjab, she ridiculed ISKCON devotees in a very vulgar
Filthy
language.
way. Filthy
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. So she was, then ISKCON took action, and the organizers of the program, they had to apologize because ISKCON took them to court and threatened them to took them to court. So yeah, they apologized and she lost her job. Another journalist, a very big Indian newspaper, she was using vulgar language, denigrating Krishna and criticizing. So ISKCON again took action. So this is a new fashion. And I think our youngsters or preachers have to come out strongly and speak with conviction and show them evidence. So that was brilliant, really, showing NASA evidence. And I was just looking at the scientific work that has been done by our BI scientists, particularly Sadaput Prabhu and other scientists. And I found his books were available on Amazon, so I bought all of them. Because his books are just scientific gems. If I show you just one book here, it's called God and Science. Here. And this is unbelievable what he has produced in these books. This is pure science explaining Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam. And it's unbelievable. The amount of research and scientifically convincing research that he has produced and other scientists have produced. So we got scientific evidence right here, which proves that our scriptures and whatever they are saying is faultless, like Srimad Bhagavatam is Nishkalank Purana, spotless. So it's spotless. And this is the proof. Pure science is proving it. So I think that was very, very good approach, Guru Shak Prabhu. And we have all the philosophy, science, everything proving that the scriptures are apaurushi. Because we take scriptures as apaurushi, means not man-made. They're divine scriptures. They are transcendental. They're not man-made. And time again, the science is proving it. So I think that was really, really brilliant way to present.
Yeah. Some of the young devotees are using the word trans-science. Trans-science, the science we know it, this is trans-science. Means it transcends even the science. It's like the existence of the soul. I mean, how do you prove it? But when there's a dead body there, it stops functioning. Everything is there, why is it not working? So it's in another level. So they'd say, you're using logic of this body, but what something is higher than that, you won't be able to understand the logic there. And you have to just, like you said, Shabda Praman. And then there's a whole lot of evidence what the soul is, and it's eternal, it's part of the supreme, all the kind of things are there. And so there's a lot of dialogue going on there. So I have a question for you. Many people say Diwali is the victory of good over evil. Okay, and we say that slogan every year, and I hear speeches, even conservative MPs, they'll come on, this is a great example of victory of good over evil. How do we put this in the modern terms? Good over evil. What is the reference these days? What is good and what is evil?
That's a very important question, because everything nowadays we hear is just presenting the actual solid evidence or solid philosophical statements in a more watered down, more appealing way, which is appealing to the modern generation, modern audience. So there are some statements like that. One you just mentioned, good over evil. Other thing people keep on saying is that this Hinduism is not a religion, it's a way of life. You hear this again and again.
Yes.
Actually, these kind of statements were concocted by the so-called historians who are hell-bent on destroying the Vedic culture. So when we hear these statements, we still repeat what Parampara is telling us, Parampara is teaching us, which is Lord Ram comes to Ayodhya and he conquered Ravana, who was representing all evil. So we still repeat the story of Lord Ram. If you remember, a few years back, we had the President of America, Obama, and then here, UK Prime Minister. They would simply say, this is victory of Lord Ram, and he comes back to Ayodhya. So people want Ram Raj without Ram. So that is the problem.
Yes.
So they want all the good to come out of it, but without referring to Lord Ram. So Lord Ram's victory over who? Ravana. What is Ravana representing? He is representing all the evil qualities, lust, anger, greed, everything, 10 heads. So all various evil qualities. So this is what the victory is. Lord Ram is representing. So yeah, I think we should always go back. Personally, I try to always present things as they are taught by our acharyas.
That's good.
Yeah. So if people ask me, what do you think of Deepavali? We just start from Lord Ram. We speak about Damodar Leela. Because if you take it away, if you remove Krishna, Mahaprabhu, or in some way Prabhupada from our preaching, then there's no preaching. Okay. Then it's not preaching, or I'm not representing the parampara. So in any conversation, if we have to answer this question, we always go back to the root and present them as they are. Like Srila Prabhupada would not hesitate, never ever, to mention Krishna, scriptures,
True.
and as the facts are. Whether he is speaking to philosophers, scientists, sociologists, politicians, or some religious people from other religions, but yeah, facts are the facts. And this is how they are. So we just present them. And the good thing is, when we present the facts as they are, then people respect them. Otherwise, everything becomes a mythology. So that was all a concoction of some scholars, so-called scholar at that time, particularly Max Muller. But he was commissioned to translate and present Vedic scripture in such a way so that Indians would always feel inferior.
Yes, it was divisive.
Yeah, so that was the conspiracy at that time. But why should we spoil our Deepavali? Such a happy day.
I mean, mine was more like our children growing up, saying UK, US, and everything, and the schooling they are getting. I mean, even the gender issues and all the terrorist acts going around the world doesn't get challenged and anything like that. The references in their head is going to be, well, this is acceptable. You know, I mean, the number of forced, whatever you want to call it, relationships and whatever, so much bad news around. And a child would keep thinking, when is there going to be victory of good over evil? Because all I see is bad things happening, divorces, separations, all that kind of things. So I was just thinking, they keep using that phrase, but if I was a child growing up, I'd be bombarded with evil being the normal standard. And why are we celebrating Diwali for? Because it looks like it's the victory of evil over good. You know,
that's a very good question and very good observation, because our children are faced with this challenge.
Yes.
Now, even if they are born and brought up in devotee houses, when they go out, then they face that challenge. They are kind of named and shamed for being who they are.
Correct.
Or they are made to feel that you people are carrying some baggage. Why don't you integrate in the Western society and just forget about the baggage? But first of all, we have to have conviction, and then we can train our children. It's difficult, really difficult. And sometimes the youngsters, they get confused. So they think which life is actually the real life. Is the life at home, the culture at home, or the culture and life outside home? It's a real challenge. I remember many years back, Oxford Center for Hindu Studies was doing a project collecting the experiences of Indians who came to the UK in 1960s.
Okay.
And the kind of challenges they faced. And there were many. They came out successful through those challenges. They established themselves and they prospered, materially speaking. And they also kept the culture to a good extent. But it's going to be a constant challenge. So we have to just do everything we can do to first of all practice, develop our conviction ourselves, and then pass it on to the next generation. Because somebody has done this to us. We learned from our parents, and then from our spiritual masters, and from our acharyas, and that it is their gift. And then we just pass on that gift to next generation.
Thank you. So that's brilliant advice. I think you're right. I mean, Guru Sevake is fan of, is it Little Krishna on the YouTube? What's it called? Little Krishna?
Yeah, I love it.
He just loves it. He goes, you don't have to imagine the actors and all that. He looks like this Krishna there. So more and more of those stories, and the kids grow up, and then Lord Ram represents good, and then the Ravan is evil, and they'll realize those qualities are evil, these qualities are good. So they'll grow up to, appreciate that we have role models in our culture like that. More exposure like that would be good. And celebrating Diwali in a big way, strong way. I got the kids to actually, make divas and everything like that. So they did do that. They got involved in there. And I used to do dramas and songs. And I remember all the time I got them involved. And I must say all of them actually, they all believe in Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, all the Leelas that I think we've got to involve them as parents. You can't just leave it to the school, because the school, Hindus don't know what Hinduism is. Never mind the Western teachers. They're not going to tell what Hinduism is. So it's down to get serious, glorify Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, celebrate Diwalis and all these events really, really with utsahan, make it utsava. Otherwise, water down, as you said, water down, then it just gets worse and worse like that. And, it's always great to have you on the show. And, you have so much information. Guru Sevakare also has loads of information. Vidya Prabhu reads a lot. So when we do these charchas, it's very stimulating and everything. I hope it's the same for all the viewers. You took your time to come. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful time. And tomorrow, are you going to cook something tomorrow for the Lordship?
Let's make one point here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Vidya Prabhu, your volume is a bit low, but I hope we can catch what you're saying.
Can I just ask, can you hear me okay?
No, that's a bit louder. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Raghupati, can you hear Vidya Prabhu?
Yes, yeah.
But is it faint?
No, it's good now. It's good now.
Okay, all right, thank you. It's just something occurred to me today about Diwali, because if you read about it, if you Google it, there'll be different types of people observing Diwali. There's the Hindus for Lord Ram and Narkasur. Then there'll be the Sikhs for, what do you call it, Bandi Chhoot or something?
Yeah, Bandi Chor.
Bandi Chor, Then there's the
Jains.
Then there's the Buddhists. So there's 4 or 5 groups who observe Diwali. But then when you connect Diwali with Damodar Leela, there can only be one reason why Yashoda Maya was preparing for Diwali. Because the others weren't existing then. Think about it. 5,000 years ago, there's only one reason yesterday I could be observing Diwali because of Lord Ram.
Yeah.
Sikhism wasn't there, Jainism wasn't there, Buddhism wasn't there, all the others, they weren't there at that time.
Very good.
That's fantastic. This is the greatness of this culture.
But Vidhu Prabhu, there's one question though, but is it wrong then that whatever happened on Diwali, even Sikhism, they would celebrate Diwali, but a major event happened. So they're celebrating for that event.
So that's fine. But when then they propaganda that the other didn't happen.
That's the point.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah. But for them to do it, for their reasons, it's okay. But don't ignore and propaganda. Yeah. Okay, well done. That was good. Thank you. Now, Raghupati ji, you got a wonderful voice. Whenever you sing so easily, but it's full of rasa. So, do you know this one of the Ram, Raghupati Raghav, Raja Ram, Patita Pavan? So if you can sing that, and we can end the show on that. And then tomorrow, of course, I tell everybody, please look at the posters for tomorrow's puja, Abhishek of Giriraj, and then you please cook for the Lordship, and Sachin and Anita Chand will come into your houses and accept it. And the timings are going to be on the poster, so please go by that. And thank you for tuning in. So we like to, Vidhu Prabhu, thank you for all your hard work. And Pranava, he really takes time out to do the altar. It looks so gorgeous. And Raghupati ji for coming. So now if you can close the show with the, Lord Ram's Dhun. He's coming back. The aeroplane is coming down. All the lights are lit up. What would come from your heart to greet Lord Ram? Swagatam Shri Ram.
You have painted such a nice picture through your words. So what inspires me now is to sing from Jayadev Goswami's Geet Govindam, which was very dear to Lord Jagannath, very dear to Mahaprabhu. So we'll sing just one stanza on Lord Ram, and then we'll finish with Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram.
Wow.
I have to point out here that this song was corrupted by a so-called great politician in India.
Mahatma Ji.
Yes. The actual song is beautiful. It has many pastimes of the Lord.
Yes.
But this song was just taken, one line was taken and then something added on. So that's why I'm going to just sing from Geet Govinda, which is the authentic song, and then we'll finish with this one line, which is authentic line, Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram.
Wow.
Patit Pavan Sita Ram. Then we won't sing the line which were added, and at some point we'll sing the whole song. I'll find out the whole song. Okay, great. So we'll just sing from Jayadev Goswami's Geet Govindam.
Right.
Vitirasi Dikshurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dashimukmalibalim Ramaniyam Vitirasi Dikshurane Dikpati Kamaniyam Dashmukmalibalim Ramaniyam Keshavudhrita Ram Sharira Keshavudhrita Ram Sharira Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagdish Hare. Keshavudhita Ram Sharira. Jai Jagdish Hare. Jai Jagdish Hare. Jai Jagdish Hare. Janaki Suta Krutu Bhushana Jitu Dushana Janak Suta Krutu Bhushana Jitu Dushana Samarashamitu Dashukanta Jaya Jaya Devo Hare Jaya Jaya Devo Hare Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Jaya Sita Ram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram. Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. Shri Deepavali Mahamahotsav ki jai. Shri Shri Yashoda Damodar ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Padi ki jai.
Jai Jai.
Samaved Bhakt Vrind ki jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Okay, that was gorgeous. You know, I mean, you know, when you have slides on the side there and you're singing, and it brings in home what Diwali is all about. It's got to have a goal, a spiritual glorification. And my recent realizations are that whenever you are hearing about the Leela or celebrating the Leela, a drop of what actually happened, that rasa, comes through. And it surrounds you and the listeners. So you actually feel that rasa of the Leela. It's not just stories. Others are stories. There's no potency. Like if you say Krishna, Krishna, actually Krishna is there. But if you say other name, you know, it has no value to it. Same with hearing the Leela, the prasad, a drop of the sagar of the Leela comes and goes into your heart. And that's why there's no logic to it. What happens to people who hear it over and over again? And it's so important, prasad. You know, when that goes into you, it changes whole consciousness. Chanting, when you chant. So my realization has been all these things we are doing, we're actually receiving from the Lord His love. Because we are not the generator of love. We are the receiver of love. So we think we got to give love to the Lordship. Well, it's like trying to throw water into the cloud, you know, ain't going to happen. But the clouds can pour rain just easily and you just receive it, get soaked. So the whole perspective change that we can't give love, but we can receive love. All you're doing is your patra, your container, you're purifying it. So when you do receive it, it doesn't get contaminated or misunderstood or whatever like that. So all this sadhana we're doing is cleaning the patra to receive that love, which is coming like the sun shines. No, we don't generate the light. It all comes from the sun. And it's giving sunshine all the time. So Krishna and Radharani are giving their love all the time. So what's happening is you are going into ports where when you do chanting, you're receiving like that. You hear Yashoda Ma's Leela, you go Vatsalya drop prasad coming. You have the Sakha Leelas, the Sakha Rasa is coming through. You have the confidential part, and if you are pure enough, you can handle it. And if you're not pure enough, you mishandle it. And that's why it's dangerous for you. Otherwise, it's not forbidden, because those pastimes are happening, but you can't tune in. You don't have the capacity to tune in. So I've realized now, don't work hard to give love to the Lordship. Just purify your part, your patra. That's what the sadhana is all about. And this eternal love which is there of Radha Krishna, through different leelas which are happening, different processes using, you are receiving it. And when you receive it and your heart takes to it, Kirtana Sadahari, that's when you do Kirtana Sadahari. It's not about doing Kirtan and doing Japa. You're thinking of the Lord, getting excited about it, because you're receiving. A little drop becomes ocean. And you realize, oh my God, this bhakti is real. And you don't want to talk to scientists. Why do you want to prove to him anything which he cannot understand? He's not accept. You don't give him the option. He won't understand it. He's too materialistic. He's going the wrong side of the motorway. You're going to London, he's going to Manchester. So no good talking to them. They're going the opposite direction. So this realization came like, listen to these leelas and realize, oh my God, this is the prasad coming from the leela, which is happening. It's nitya leela. And you are actually becoming part of it. And that's become very powerful realization. And it's joyful. It's not about hearing it and then convincing someone that it happened. You just enjoy it. That is your qualification. You can enjoy it. But guy sitting next to you or in front of the deities, there could be 2 people or 5 people. Each one is taking darshan differently, depending on their consciousness. So it's not the fault of the deities, it's the fault of the person who's standing in front of it. So that has been very powerful realization. And today, I must say, I really enjoyed Diwali. Having the right sort of things happening, and I didn't even get one toy. Whereas before I used to get presents, that would make Diwali. And I'm realizing I'm 71. Happy birthday, by the way. On Monday, we had our birthday. On the same day, excellent. It made me feel really happy. So it was all about toys then. But it's all about prasad now. Like, how do we realize the Lordship? Yeah, Jai Ho. I just wanted to share.
So beautiful. This realization is so beautiful, because Krishna is absolute. So anything connected to Krishna is absolute. And that's why even the things that are connected to Krishna, they become tadiya. So they become as worshipable as Krishna himself.
Yeah.
And the connection we have with the Lord through sound vibration. So this is real, because Krishna does appear. So those who have the eyes, they will see. And those who haven't got the eyes, they may not see. Even when Krishna was present on the planet, there were many people who did not consider or understood him to be the Supreme Lord. So we are very fortunate that by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Parampara, we have the gift of Krishna consciousness, and we just take it to our heart's content and then distribute it. As far as the reciprocation, like you were saying, that when the heart is clean, then reciprocation will naturally happen. But for sadhakas, we have to always endeavor to cleanse our heart. And then Krishna will give the rest. So reciprocation is always there.
Yes.
To the proportion of the purity of our heart.
Yeah.
So a very beautiful point you made, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hey, also, like on Diwali, you have the Lord Ram kind of rasa going on. Next day is Ankut. And we're making Giriraj and Prasad and all that. I tell you, it just goes into another chunk of, it's like having different cakes. You know, you try this one, you try that one. And you think, what happened to Diwali? I thought that was great. But it just supersedes. And again, next year, Diwali is great again. And Giriraj Puja is great again. So Vidhu Prabhu, if you can close the show now, thank everyone, please. I'll leave it to you, Vidhu Prabhu. You got your mic?
Thank you, Haridas Prabhu.
Thank you for coming in and you know.
Thank you, Vidhu Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you all the viewers. Thank you, Raghupati. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Right.
And we really relish these discussions when so much comes out. It's fantastic when we're sharing with each other. And I like that word sharing because when we joined ISKCON, it was all about preaching, and preaching has a very hard connotation, isn't it? It's very hard. Somebody explained many years later, Uttam Shlok, he said actually, this word, the original word prachar, is more to do with sharing rather than preaching. So, you know, and this is the greatness of satsang, devotee association. You know, you come together and you share some wonderful realizations, something you read, something I've read, something I've realized, and we learn so much from that, and we relish it. So I hope that, well, thank you for sharing Haridas and Guru Sevak and Raghupati for your and I hope the viewers equally enjoyed what we were talking about and they learned something. And to carry on this lovely, lovely experience, join us again tomorrow when we'll be celebrating Govardhan Puja and Ankud. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Bolo Jai Jai Sri Ram. I'll say Sri Ram for now. Because when I say Ra, and then people I think you say Radhe. Jai Jai Sri Ram.
Ram.
Okay, we'll see you then. All the best. Thank you. Really enjoy. Thank you. Hari Bol.